Hello, everyone.
Hey, thanks for coming into the second episode of Simple Sentence Podcast. I'm Douglas.
I'm Emily.
We have no dog this time. Well, we still have a
Got
dog.
rid of her.
Still have the dog. She didn't get thrown out because you barked, but she is not barking in the
She's gonna
background.
bark. Now that you've said it, she will bark. But what we are here for is to talk about theology.
Yeah. Yeah. Our topic for today, why study theology?
And what is it? What
Yeah.
is it, Douglas? Let's just jump in.
Yeah. I mean, really simply, theology is just the study of God. That's all it is. You think of
Thanks, everybody. Come back next time.
Yep,
We
that's
figured
it.
it out.
There it is. Answer the question. No, it's the study of God, just like any other like biology or geology or
I'm trying to remember the Christian ones, and I can't remember eschatology. What's that?
I'll get there. Slow your roll.
I'll slow down. I
Right?
remembered one
In
word.
school, we had all these, biology, geography,
Chemistry.
well, that doesn't
I'm
fit
just
the
kidding.
ologies. It's just, the study of. Right. And so theology is a study of God. It's coming from the Greek word theos, which means God, and logos, which means word, study, discourse. And so it's very simply, it's just studying who God is, studying the nature of God, understanding what God has done, and then based off of his character, based off of what he's done, what is God going to do? Right. That's as simple as we can make the word theology be. So it's not a big, scary academic word. It's just knowing who God is.
So when you say theology, any ologies, honestly, it just goes straight to an academic thing in my head.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. Obviously, when we think of like the other ologies, biology and all that, we can think of, oh, this is schooling. And so we can have an incorrect view of theology and think, oh, that's for my seminary professor. That's for my pastor. That's just an academic pursuit. But really what it is, it's knowing God. Like, shouldn't every Christian know the Christ that they
hmm
say they know?
I think
Like,
that's the hang up, is just the fact that it is it is used as a academic word. And the fact that we have a word for everything. So it is the word for this very personal thing, this very intimate thing, something incredible. You have a relationship with the one true God, and just getting to know who that one true God is, that is theology. But I think the fact that it's a very academic word paired with something so real, kind of, not to say that you could say the same thing about like biology, like this is a very real thing, but you're pairing it with a very academic word. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I
yeah, I
think it's
mean,
just this weird disconnect that might be happening.
yeah. And I think it really kind of stems from a love of something. What I mean by that is like when I'm just studying biology in school, right? When I took biology in, I think, ninth grade, I didn't care. And so it was this academic and it was this
Sure.
study and knowledge, and I didn't care for it. But I think of when our daughter who's really into catching lizards and
All things
all things
animals.
animals, when she's catches a lizard and the lizard drops its tail and the lizard
So gross.
well, when the lizard goes off and she's still holding the tail and she's studying it and she's learning biology in that sense.
Yeah.
Like she's learning about, like, in a very
Real
low
way,
way, but a
but no,
real
in a
way.
really real way. Yeah, and
And
the
she
second you bring it into like, "Oh, let's go into our lab," and, like, I think it takes the realness and the
let's get a microscope out
authen
and let's put
yeah.
this underneath and look at it, and she loves it. In the same way, anyone that has kids, when the kid gets interested in the topic, the more they love it, the more they dive into it and study it. I mean,
Yeah.
not even just kids, like we do that,
Just
right?
humans in
When
general,
you
yeah.
get into a new hobby, when you find a new point of interest that you love,
Yeah.
you dive into it more and more.
Hyperfixate is what
Hyperfixate.
some of us do.
When I love playing chess. I have a chess book up there, opening repertoire for the attacking club player. This is what I read in my spare time. It's not an academic pursuit. It's something that I really enjoy playing and I really enjoy learning. different openings and tactics and all these things. And so it's not an academic. It very much could be. I could attack it as like, nope, this is just academics and I'm going to learn these openings. I'm going to memorize these things. But really, it's my playing chess is more enjoyable the more I learn more about that subject. And so in the same way, like as Christians, we are meant to be discipled. We are meant to grow in our knowledge of Jesus, our knowledge of the gospel, how that affects us. We are supposed to grow in our understanding of God and his character.
Yeah.
And when you truly love Jesus, you'd want to know more.
It's no longer a research paper. It's no longer
Mhm.
like this feels like an academic pursuit.
And this very much is like,
And this feels
we gotta hold it
like
up for the camera.
you got I can see
Right.
this giant book.
Yeah. Dictionary of the latter New Testament and its developments. Yeah.
Like that feels when you talk about theology, when you talk about it just brings it back to this is an academic pursuit. This is kind of it just feels like it is void of the personalness. And so I feel like a lot of people will be like, well, no, I just need Jesus. Like, I don't need this. Like, I'm not going to read that.
Yeah. Who's Jesus?
I've got to,
You know,
I answered in my head in like 10 different sentences, so I couldn't pick one fast
when
enough.
someone says, "I just need Jesus," okay, who's that?
Yeah.
Like, that's like, honestly, who's Jesus?
Is this rhetorical or you want
No,
me?
I'm asking you a
Okay,
question
just
that
to
you're
answer.
not answering.
I've got to pick one of the answers.
Your non-answer is
You,
really disturbing.
you don't understand how my brain works. 10 different ideas came up and I could not pick one fast enough. Jesus is the Son of God. He is,
Who's God?
I'm not going to, this is too much pressure for me.
Son of God, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, so he's a created being? No, of course not. He's not created. He's always eternal. Well, how do you know that? So the people who say, "Oh, I just need Jesus. I don't need theology." Oh, that's academics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't answer the question of who Jesus is without doing theology. Understanding what it means that Jesus is God, understanding what it means that he was also man,
Yeah.
understanding he's the second person in the Trinity. Well, what's the Trinity? The more and more we dive into, I just need Jesus. Like you said, you have 10 things in
Yeah.
your head automatically. And if you thought about it, there'd be a
So
thousand
many.
things that how
Yeah.
I could answer that question, right? And that's another subcategory of theology. Like that would be Christology, the study of Christ, right? The
Mm-hmm.
study of what it means to be Christ, what it means to be the Messiah, who Jesus is. But like we cannot grow in our faith if we do not study who God is.
Well, I think maybe and I'm not going to say this about everybody, but I wonder if this is the case for some people who say, "Oh, I don't need to go to church. I don't need to study the Bible. Like, I just need Jesus. I'm going to go, I don't know. I'm making up a scenario. I'm making up a person. I just need to go be out in nature and I'm with God. And like,
Mhm.
I don't need all these things. I'm with Jesus. And I'm wondering if they, this made up person in my head
Mhm.
is,
Well, it's a real person. I mean,
I
I
think
hear
they're,
this all the time.
yeah, but I'm wondering if they're not they're missing the whole like personhood of Jesus because they won't even step into what might be an academic thing or a formalized studying. You know what I'm trying to say?
There's so much there. I mean, to the person who would say that, "Oh, I just need Jesus. I don't need the church. I don't need to study. I'm just going to be in nature and experience God."
All good things. Like, well,
Well,
you do need to be in church, you do need to be in the Bible.
experience God is a good thing,
Yeah.
right? And some people experience God through
Mhm.
nature, but but that's a
It
general revelation.
and it
Like,
can't be the only way you
yeah,
see God.
like I can sit on a mountaintop and look at a sunset and go, "Wow, God created all this. How amazing."
You can have an incredible experience
But
with that.
even there, I'm doing theology. Oh, God creates there's nothing under heaven and earth that wasn't created by
Yeah.
Christ, that wasn't, made to us by God. The fact that I look at creation and it's beautiful, oh, that's because God is beautiful. That's because God
Yeah.
cares about beauty and God cares about joy and love and he imparts those things to us. And so you miss out on understanding those
Mhm.
things. It's the same way like I use the analogy of especially as I've worked with young adults a lot, so I have guys who are, "Oh, I just got a new girlfriend." "Cool. What do you know about her?" It's like, "Oh, well, she, you know, really loves Parks and Rec and she There's a funny story about liking Parks and Rec.
Don't e
I'm gonna share it. It's a fun story. So when I met Emily and we're doing all these things like, "Hey, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite show? What's your favorite food?" All these different questions you ask as a young couple getting to know
we,
each
like,
other.
just met each other. This is, like,
Work.
a few weeks in. This
Okay,
is
yeah,
a
a few
few
weeks, yeah. We're like 2 weeks in.
2 weeks in. Yeah,
Anyway, I
tops.
asked Emily what's her favorite TV show. She said Parks and Rec.
It's a good show.
Great show.
It's
I'm a
funny.
fan of The Office. I had never watched Parks and Rec before. So Emily left for a conference for 5 days, and then I binged watched all of Parks and Rec,
This is, like, multiple
like
seasons.
6 seasons worth, like, and I'm working a full-time job,
I don't
so
think they had the full seasons. I think there were, like, a couple that we
it wasn't finished,
yeah.
but
It
they were
was
well developed.
yeah,
You know, there's at least 100 episodes.
yeah.
And so I get off work, turned it on, I watched it till like 3 a.m. And so I could watch all the Parks and Rec before she got home so I can impress her with how much I know about her favorite show. She comes back, I get my first opportunity where I drop a line about Parks and Rec.
Which, first off, I'm not going to remember lines. Like, I feel that I remember them, but I don't know where they come from. Like, the amount of quotes you say that I'm like, "Huh, that's funny. Where's that from?"
Well, that's what you did.
That's-
That's funny. What's that from? It's from Parks and Rec. Oh, well, I've only seen the first season.
Not even. I've only seen a couple of the
How is
episodes.
it your favorite show?
It's a good
I've,
show.
I've seen the whole thing.
It's a good show.
Yeah, and I was very tired from watching it
The
all night long to catch up. Anyway, back to my point. When you meet a new gal and these
a
guys are
gal.
like,
Continue.
you meet a new gal and you want to get to know her and you know all these things about her, do you just stop? Now that you're my girlfriend, I don't need to know more about you. I'm good. I'm just going to go sit in nature and think about how great
How
you
great you
are.
are.
It's like, no, like you're going to spend time with that person.
Yeah.
You're going to continue to get to know them. You're going to ask them about their day. You're going to ask them about their childhood and what's going on and what they're thinking and what their goals and what their dreams. You continue to know that person. And as you dive into marriage with that person, it doesn't stop there. You keep learning about them and you
Mhm.
keep growing.
Pursuing them.
And we would be so lucky to be married for 50 years and continue to grow and understand and know about each other. Any couple would. And so to think, man, the God of the universe not only is knowable, but he wants to know us and he, more importantly, wants us to know him. And we just go, oh, I just need Jesus.
And he's like, "Yeah, let me give you Jesus.
Like,
Let's dive into it. Let's do
so
it."
yeah, who is Jesus and what he's a part of the Trinity. Okay, what's that?
And
Like,
you're like,
oh,
"No,
Father, Son, and Spirit.
basically you're saying, "No, I've got enough.
Yeah. Like,
I found out that he's real, that he died for me. I'm good. I'm going to go
and
sit and just
really, like,
give me no more."
to me, it kind of goes into like, and I don't want to call anyone out harshly, but like, is Jesus just your get out of jail card? Oh, I got Jesus. I have this simple gospel. I'm saved from my sins. Thanks. Like later, like I don't need any more. Like I got the bare minimum. And that's like the viewpoint. It's like, oh, I got the bare minimum. I don't need more. It's like, well, then I don't think you actually got it.
Yeah.
That
Can you
should be
imagine like a relationship like that? Like, I mean, that's a toxic and sad marriage right there.
well,
Like,
it makes me think of like a junior high dating relationship.
yeah. It's
I got
exactly like
I
that.
got a girlfriend. I'm going to tell all my friends
Yeah.
I'm dating a
We
girl.
text sometimes.
It's like, I'll pass notes in the hallway
Yeah, that's true. The
and I'll
notes.
see you at the school dance at the end of the
And it
year.
will be super awkward.
But otherwise, like, you don't date in junior high. Like, you're not going out
Yeah.
and spending time together. Like,
And if
you
you
just
are, your parents are driving you.
you just want the street cred of I have a girlfriend. Like, as a little seventh grader, I'm dating someone and how awesome it is, but you're not actually spending time with that
Yeah.
person. And when we treat theology the same way, I got Jesus. I'm good. I don't need to know anything more about him. I don't need to dive into my scriptures. I don't need to dive like, and again, like, you don't have to read this book.
No.
Like, I've not finished it. I mean, I've not read this cover to cover. I've read a majority of
I
this.
mean, I'm realizing now it's a dictionary. Is it literally a dictionary?
Not a it's like a encyclopedia is
Oh,
more
okay.
true of what it is, right? And so, evangelism in the early church, there's a big section here on that, and the book of
Gotcha.
Hebrews, a deep dive into what it means and the themes and the
Supplemental stuff,
breakdown.
really.
Yeah, like someone doesn't have to go through this cover to
Come
cover.
to this podcast and Douglas can talk about
I'm just
this
going to
for
read
you.
this straight verbatim. Some people would enjoy that. You don't have to read through this whole thing, because I don't think most Christians are going to be able to just sit down and read through a thick thing like this. But I think
We wouldn't need
there's
to.
tons of things where I can read through something and know more about God.
Yeah.
And
The Bible.
the Bible, like the more, like that's why we read our scriptures, because I'm learning more about who God is. I'm learning more about His character. The beauty, especially like this Advent season, the series that I went through within our church was called The Promise, and the promises that God made for us. My big points is not just the promise of Jesus coming to us, but the whole Old Testament, including a lot of the New Testament. God has made promises. God has kept His promises. And so now I know something about God. God keeps His word. Now I know something about God. I can trust Him, that when He says, I will not leave you, I will not forsake you, I will not abandon you, then when I'm in my darkest time, I know something true about God. And so I can say, I don't know the plan here, but I know God is good. I know that He's sovereign, which means that He's in control of everything. And so I can trust Him through this hardship. I don't know why I lost my job. I don't know why so and so got cancer. I don't know why these horrific things happened to me. But if God is good, if God is the God who keeps His promises, like this knowledge now affects how I live my life.
Really.
And so if I just say, oh, I just need Jesus and I'm fine, I just need this simplistic gospel message and I'm fine, and I don't actually dive into the discipleship, the growing to be a follower of Jesus, which means learning from Him and learning about Him and learning who God is, what am I going to do in those times? How am I going to get through the hardship that life is? Life is hard. The knowledge of God gets me through it.
But like the deep knowledge of God gets you through even more. If I'm someone who, oh, I just go out and fish and I've got Jesus, it's me and Jesus out there, but all you know is that Jesus existed, that's a beautiful thing and you can bring that far. But if you don't know the depths and the intricacies of that, like all that, like if you don't keep diving into that, it really can hold you, it holds you only so far. You've only got a very minimum knowledge of all there is to know.
Yeah. If I want a shallow understanding, I'm going to have a shallow faith and I'm going to have a shallow experience.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, if you like the kiddie pool, sure. But it's really weird as someone
And you're gonna get bored.
as someone with little kids spending a lot of time in the kiddie
I
pool.
love the kiddie pool. You can't think too much about pools in general, but I love the kiddie pool. You just like sit and float.
No, not a true kiddie pool. It's up to your ankles. I'm not sitting. I'm not floating.
You're talking about like a blow up.
A little blow up,
Okay. Yeah, those aren't fun.
4-foot diameter for a little child.
Yeah.
And when we just say, oh, that's all I need, I'm in the water. Like,
And I hear
have fun
so
with that
many people
experience.
just bored of Christianity and so like uninterested in the one true God of the universe. And it's like, well, yeah, if all you know is this kiddie pool, that's boring. I mean, it's not but it's not because I know all the backstory and all the craziness of it. Like, yeah, you're not going to get very far in it and it's going to feel so burdensome. I think this and the Bible and community and going out in nature, all of this, like that we were talking about, all is good, not singularly in and of itself. The Bible, that can stand alone for quite, that can be its own thing. But all of these things, they really work hand in hand to make the full understanding and knowledge of God and even community, like the amount of sanctification and like the discipleship and growth that happens there. Like you can't get that from this, and you can't get community. No, I did that backwards. But like you can't get these things on their own. But when you mix them all together, Well, God just uses that to reveal beautiful things to you. In the same way, if I'm out in nature and I'm watching a beautiful sunset, like just in awe of God's creation, well, I can't get that from even sitting in a Bible study. It's all hand in hand. You need all of this to have that relationship with God and to keep learning that true depth of Him.
Because the same way, if you want to know your girlfriend, you want to have a deep, meaningful relationship, you pursue her. Do a lot of weddings and in premarital counseling. I tell this to them, especially to the guys. You cannot stop pursuing your bride. You cannot stop trying to move her and to fall in love with her. And same way with the ladies, like you cannot like abandon the companionship that you have. Like you are doing all these fun activities with your fiance. Like it doesn't stop at marriage. Like you have to continue to dive in and grow. Otherwise, the relationship does get static. When I talk to married couples that I counsel and they become roommates, they become joint babysitters, they become so separate from each other, like our marriage isn't going well. I never talk to any couple that says my marriage isn't going well. And I ask them, are you having regular dates? And they say yes. No, when you stop dating and stop pursuing, yeah, the marriage goes negative. Not always. Like it's not like a straight A leads to B.
The relationship's gonna go south if you don't spend time in the relationship.
Yeah. And so the same way, like if you're not pursuing God, if you don't care to know more about Him and the ways that He's told us that we get to know Him is through reading our Bible, it's through being in a local church with a body of believers, it's through studying His Word with others and being in fellowship. And yeah, there's other ways, like reading books, like
Nature.
being in nature, like all these other ways. Like
So many ways you can experience God.
so if I'm not doing these things, and then I go, and the same way, like
I don't feel God.
I don't feel God. Like, and I talk to people, God feels so distant from me. Hey, what are you doing to get to know Him?
Well, yeah, God's not the distant one.
It's like, well, I've read my Bible in a long time, and I've been to church in a long time. It's like, and God's the one who's distant?
Yeah, He's
You're
there.
distant.
He said He wouldn't leave us or forsake us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ignoring the person in the room and not talking to them. And so why study theology? It's because God truly is who He is. Why would I not want to know Him? If Jesus did what He did, if the Son of God came down to earth, lived as a man, and died a horrific death on the cross for me to be saved, to have a relationship with Him, to have a relationship and be brought into the family of God through adoption, that new life is offered, that sanctification is offered, that one day glorification is offered. And I'm just like, I'm good. Like, it makes no sense. Like, if Jesus is who He says He is, I want to know Him. I want to know all about Him.
That's the first hurdle, which we'll get into, I think, in future podcast episodes of like, how can you know that Jesus is real, that the Bible is real? Like, because if you don't know that, then yeah, like, but you're right. But once you know that, pursue that. Like, this is
and go deep, like get out of the kiddie pool. Like oh, my toes don't touch the bottom. That's okay. The God who walks on water will be able to work this out with you. Like dive in deep, get wet, and get in there. Get your hands messy. And even if, I don't understand everything, that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't always understand everything. Let's just keep going deeper. Yeah. Let's keep understanding more and pursuing that. That's what we want to do in the podcast. We want to help people go deeper, pursue more and more. The gospel is this diamond with so many different sides, and every time we turn that diamond, the light shines into it just slightly different, and it makes another beautiful pattern. And so every time, like, and that's what I tell people, like with my preaching, every time I preach, I'm just shining, I'm showing you a different side to that diamond. And the next week, I'm going to turn it and show you a different side to show you the beauty of that. I feel like there's been a lot of ministries that just want to share a simple, bare bones, here's the gospel, God loves you, you're a sinner, Jesus died for sinners, accept Him. And when that's great message. And when you stop there, no wonder you're burnt out. Or not burnt out. No wonder you're dried out. No wonder you have no depth. If we just teach people this overly simplistic, bare bones, basic gospel and leave them in there and never go beyond that, they will have short roots. They will never be able to withstand the
they never get the chance to.
Yeah. And so Christians should desire to grow deep roots, to know God, to know Him carefully to take that diamond and to rotate each side. And I want to see all the beautiful shimmer that comes from this diamond. The gospel is so much more than 4 simple steps, 4 little points that I can share in a booklet. It is so much more. We should want that. Like, I don't know how to say it any other way, that if you don't want that, like, man, I'm confused for you. If you don't,
That's got to be a hard thing at that point.
Yeah.
Unless it is a, hey, I want that and I've tried to get it and I just get so confused or I get, tripped up. And in that, like, maybe like just simply start with like a study Bible with like notes on the side. Start with going through the Bible with um, friends or your pastor, or even just finding a book that engages you. Like, don't do this. Don't do things that if I start reading a book and it's not working, like, don't, that doesn't mean, I guess I'm done. I guess I can't do it. I guess I can't know God more. Like, no, it just means I have to find a new avenue. Like, I can't sit and read the Bible. Like, I'd fall asleep. Well, maybe you need to listen to it on Speechify. Maybe you need to or
the Bible app.
Yeah, like
reads it out loud.
yeah, you just need to listen to it. Maybe you need to do both at the same time. Maybe you need to do it not at 11 o'clock at night after you've had a full day and that's the only time you've left to read your Bible. Maybe do it like first thing in the morning or during your lunch break, whatever it is. Like, don't think that there's not a resource out there for you to know God, because there are so many resources out there. You just need to find one. And if you are struggling to find one, like, comment or message us, like, we can help you find one. But there are ways to know God. And so hopefully people don't get discouraged because the Bible is confusing to read. Or, I mean, there's so many like cultural references and like
Historical gaps.
so many things in the Bible that's like, what is going on here? Why are they talking about this? What does that even mean? Like, it's confusing. And so don't think that you're in it alone either. Give yourself some grace, but don't give up because it's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this podcast helps them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be encouraged. Seek this out. Dive deep. We are
Diamond.
going to slowly walk from the shallow end into the deep den. Deep den.
The deep den.
We're going into Lion's Den. Walking from the shallow end to the deep end together. And we're going to be on this journey. I think that's a good place to wrap it. For the people listening without video, Emily is pantomiming, wrapping a gift.
Pantomiming. Mime.
Yeah, pantomime.
I don't know. Okay. It was miming.
It's like you don't know anything about French epistemology. So with that,
thanks for joining us, everybody. See you next time.
bye-bye.